In a quiet suburban neighborhood lived Lisa, a cheerful and lively woman known for her warm heart and infectious laughter. Her daughter, Emily, had recently married Tom, an accomplished and charismatic man who seemed to have it all together. On the surface, they were the perfect couple, but underneath the facade, an unsettling dynamic had begun to take shape. From the very first meeting, Tom was cautious around Lisa. He would smile and engage in conversation, but there was something forced about his enthusiasm for interactions involving his new mother-in-law. Lisa observed this with a keen eye, attributing it to the natural awkwardness of new familial relationships. At first, Lisa shrugged off the uneasy feeling, assuming she would warm up to Tom over time, as many mothers do. Yet, the more she saw him, the clearer it became, Tom harbored a strong disdain for her. It wasn't loud or overt, rather, it was woven through subtle remarks and a dismissive attitude that chipped away at any attempt to build rapport. Lisa, unlike Tom's usual crowd, was not easily impressed by material success or charming words. She had witnessed enough life to understand that substance was more telling than style. This insight, while prized within the family, was a liability for Tom, who thrived in environments where his narrative went unchallenged and his insecurities remained concealed. One evening, as the family gathered for a quiet dinner, Tom decided to air his grievances under the guise of humor. "You know, sometimes I think Emily gets her stubborn streak from her," he jested, feigning lightness but directing a sharp gaze towards Lisa. Laughter mingled with nervous glances as Emily's smile faltered slightly, a hint that Lisa was not alone in recognizing the underlying tension. Aware of Tom's quick ability to twist intimate conversations to his advantage, Lisa realized that her presence was an affront to his carefully curated identity. She saw through his charismatic veneer to the profound insecurity that lay beneath, an insight that he could neither control nor deny. To a narcissist, self-image is paramount, and any threat, real or imagined, must be neutralized. As weeks turned into months, Tom's animosity became evident through his strategic alienation tactics. He would interrupt when Lisa spoke, change subjects swiftly away from anything that might highlight his shortcomings, and often ensure his successes were prominently highlighted in any story. The pressing need to maintain a favorable self-image pushed Tom to consistently undermine Lisa's role, not only in his marriage to Emily, but in her importance as a familial anchor. Obstinately, Lisa maintained her dignity and composure, recognizing the mind games for what they were, a narcissist's attempt to control the narrative. Emily, caught between her love for Tom and loyalty to her mother, found herself in the crossfire of these subtle battles. She knew her husband's need for constant validation and her mother's powerful intuition were on a collision course, yet struggled to find a balance that didn't leave anyone hurt. In a reflective monologue with Lisa over tea, Emily confessed her turmoil. "Why does he seem to dislike you so much?" she asked, barely holding back the strain in her voice. Lisa, with patience crafted by years of experience and wisdom, replied, "Only those who fear the truth will hate the light that reveals it." She knew Tom's issue wasn't with her personally, but with what she represented, a mirror that reflected what he couldn't confront within himself. Through Lisa's support, Emily began to gently challenge Tom's behavior, hoping to bridge the relational gap he had created. Although it was a slow process, Emily was learning to reclaim her space in the dynamic, weaving understanding where conflict had once simmered. Ultimately, the journey through this complex web of emotions and relationships unfolded a new perspective in Emily and Lisa's bond. By fostering empathy rather than resentment, they faced the shadow of narcissism together, illustrating that authentic love and understanding can emerge even in the face of adversity.